Hi, and welcome to Tech Talk, y'all, episode 409. We're back, and I'm Adam Walker.
Yes, we're back. I'm Sanjay Park. See, this is what happens when you guys send us a piece of fan mail for the first time ever. We take 5 weeks off.
Yeah.
4 weeks off, 5 weeks off, something.
Yeah, we had stuff to do, end of year stuff, beginning of year stuff, middle of January stuff. We've got a lot going on. So now we're back and happy to be here. It's
happy
to be here. Good to see you, man. It felt like I haven't seen your face in forever.
Ditto. We, it's not just that we haven't recorded an episode of Tech Talk, y'all. So actually what has happened is I was traveling for about 3 weeks.
Right.
And then you got annoyed about that. And you were like, well, then I'm going to travel for a week.
Like, I'm out of here. This is ridiculous.
And so
I'm gone.
That's what happened. So 2025, New Year's was good, I guess. Was it good for you? Good for me?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good. I didn't make any resolutions, so I'm feeling really good about my resolution of non-resolutions. And no, I mean, good, man. Things are going great. Other than the world being in bonkers, but other than that, things are great. Yeah, things are great. Yeah.
So let's talk about somebody that does have a resolution. I can tell you personally that we are not getting out of VR. Says Meta developer advocate just 1 week after the brand laid off more than 1,000 Reality Labs employees. So that was a bad resolution, I would say. So several things have happened that strike me as really interesting. First of all, it's Meta, so like they were all in on the metaverse, and now I think they're realizing like maybe the boom of the metaverse is not going to be quite the boom that we thought it was going to be. And then the other thing is, like, they did some other minor things. Like, for example, they announced that they're going to no longer develop and support Supernatural, the VR workout platform that Mickey and I love and have used for years to, look like morons while we're working out. And that's going to kind of go away now. And so they're really I don't think they're abandoning the metaverse per se. I don't think they're abandoning VR. I think they're dialing it all down substantially. For two reasons, right? I think number one, they probably are dialing down developers like everybody else is because AI can supplement good developers and make them so much faster and so much better. So they need less developers. And two, I think the VR is not on fire like they thought it would be. So I think I'll share one other thing with you. I was in New York walking around last week, and my wife and I are just walking around killing time before we go see a show. And we walked past, there's a Meta store in New York, near Broadway, and it's like a Meta experience. So you can go in there and like check out their augmented reality glasses. So like you go in and like we went in, we signed up to check out the new augmented reality glasses and like try them on and learn how to use them and put on the little wrist thing and try them out and all that stuff. So we did all that. They give you a free cookie that was delicious, free coffee that was delicious. They had like bathrooms there, which is a big deal in New York because, you can't find a bathroom. And so it was great. And I'll say this, the augmented reality glasses were really cool conceptually, but I used them and I left thinking, two things. I don't know that I would want that right now in this form. I don't know that I would pay money for that. And certainly I would not pay money for that because it's so locked into the Meta only platform. Right. So it's only WhatsApp, Meta apps, Meta Maps, whatever that stuff is. So it was interesting. It was fun. I'm not spending money on it. So that was a huge win for the Meta store there.
Yeah.
Convincing you
but
not to buy.
I really like the cookie. The cookie was
the cookies. Well, I think their next rebranding is actually going to be like the Great American Cookie Company or something. And
that's great. They can just buy them.
With that. Yeah,
that'd be great. Yeah.
I was thinking they might go Beanie Babies Inc. because they're all about the fads that don't work. So
I'll tell you what,
maybe that'll be them next.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Apple plans to launch AI-powered wearable pen device as soon as 2027. And also, and we didn't tag this, but we should mention it. ChatGPT, or OpenAI, is also launching a wearable AI device that's also only a listening device. Apparently, it's going to go on your ear, like a giant earbud with like something behind your ear almost. And you're going to be able to, and again, it's only listening. It's wearable. You can talk to it. It's like having AI in your ear all the time. I think these are interesting. I still have yet to imagine a scenario in which I want one and will use it on a regular basis.
You know what this all reminds me of is the term that came out when Google Glass came out originally, and these idiots were wearing them all over the place and like doing things. And that term was glass hole.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the term is going to be
Yeah.
for people that have these things, but it's not going to be used for me because I don't think I'm going to be doing this.
I hope the Apple Pen will be more subtle. I mean, the thing about the Google Glass one is it was not subtle at all.
No,
like it was
not
pretty
subtle
obvious.
at all.
I think the AI Pen will be more subtle. I do wonder if, because Apple's doing it, if it will have some kind of deep integration into the phone that makes it genuinely useful, more so than some of these others that have come out like Rabbit and whatever else. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm intrigued, but I have a hard time imagining myself buying it at the moment. So.
I have a feeling it's going to look like one of those little Star Trek communicator pins.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Type of thing. Like you have this big giant brooch that you have to wear on yourself. Like,
yeah, I love that.
Not going to do it. That's all I've got to say.
I love that.
Something else that I'm not going to do. NextDock is building a new Windows phone that you can buy in 2026. Meet the next phone with Windows 11. No, I don't want to meet it. I'm not going to have it. It's not going to be with me. Not doing it.
Here's what I don't understand. Okay. So you have people that are like genuine Apple fanboys, like love everything Apple does. Okay. I've never met a person that's a fanboy of Microsoft or Windows in any capacity. It's like you have to use it, and therefore you do, and you sort of begrudgingly accept it. That's really what you do with Windows, right? I mean, that's what certainly that's what you do with Windows.
Yeah,
so
true,
like,
yes.
So who's going to voluntarily get a Windows phone? So that's what I want to know.
Yeah. So I've got to admit, I didn't actually read this article, and I just clicked it open. And apparently the phone also runs Android and Linux. So then if you layer that in, it's like, oh, well,
so it's just another Android phone. I mean, it's just another Android phone then.
Yeah.
At that point, like,
or if I could run my own version of Linux on there, like,
that's true. That could be interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, supporting Windows 11 is so interesting at this point in time because so many people, myself included, have not done the upgrade from Windows 10 because I don't want it. And I don't care that you're putting this big, you don't have security updates and no, I don't care. And I think if you look, the stats I've seen are more and more people are actually installing Linux. And it's because you have put out a garbage OS that nobody wants to upgrade to. And so everybody's looking around like, okay, what else can I do here?
Did you just say that you don't care about security updates? Like, did those words just come out of your mouth? Like, I just need to make sure I understood. Am I hallucinating right now? Did somebody spike my coffee? Like, are you okay?
I did say that, even though I'm
feeling
security,
all right?
I feel great because here's the thing. I know I'm safe because I have layers of firewalls. Plus, I have antivirus that's up to date and very good. I have all the things, but I am seriously trying to figure out if I can move back to Linux on the desktop. If it will support all of my things, I'm going to move back because honestly, I don't need Windows. Like 99% of my life is in a couple of things: VS Code, a browser, and an email client.
Yeah,
like
fair enough.
There's almost nothing that I do that it's like, oh, it has to be Windows, other than some of the stuff that we do for podcasting. And if these devices will work on Linux, I got no reason to say.
There you go. All right. Next up, Google now offers free SAT practice exams powered by Gemini. So this is pretty great. Congratulations. You can get some free practice exams. I think that's great for all of our students out there. They need some practice. Practice is good. So,
and this is honestly what students have been doing already. I've got kids. They've used these things to like, here's all my documents for this class.
Yeah.
Quiz me. Make test questions so that I can make sure that I know the content.
That's right. That's right.
They're just formalizing that into a thing. So, but I wonder, what does this mean for businesses like Kaplan and folks like that do the SAT prep and the SAT?
Oh, dude. They're going down,
stuff?
man.
I
they're
think
all
it's going to be
down. They're going down.
I think it's going to be a hard thing for those folks, right?
Well, I mean, but zoom out even further, right?
Yeah.
Over the last 10 years, there's been this gold rush for creating courses to teach people how to do stuff.
And now you have AI that can teach them all of that stuff on the fly right there in a format that they're already used to. And so I think all like Udemy and those types of places are going to see a dramatic hit in their overall revenue because AI can just do it for people now, as opposed to, how they used to do it before. So
yeah. So maybe instead of that phrase that people often use, YouTube University, instead it's going to be AI University, that you just ask it what you want to learn. And
well, I mean, like a great example. Like I've got a big project I need to do for one of my for my nonprofit today, and I need to like set up a big detailed sales process using this complex software and blah blah blah. And historically, I would have like gone and surfed YouTube like crazy, tried to figure out like what's the best way to do it. And now I'm just going to be like, hey, here's the context, here's the goal, here's the criteria, here's all the tools that I'm using. Tell me how to do this and walk me through it step by step, and it'll be so much easier for me, and I don't have to waste my time with all that other stuff. So
yeah,
I mean, it sucks for the people that the AI trained on to learn that, but it's great for me, and it's a win.
Yeah, it's all about productivity and how to go fast.
Yeah.
Somebody that's not going to be able to go fast because he can't call anybody is people on Verizon. How bad was the Verizon outage? Really bad. Yeah. So you and I don't have Verizon, so I didn't know anything about this until I read about it. But yeah, that was a bad Verizon outage. Have they said what caused it? Because there were actually two outages.
A couple things. Yeah, so the article
and then another one.
Yeah, the article said the article pointed out that the last really bad outage was in like 24 with AT&T, and it was a software update issue.
Yeah.
The article said this one was more of a core Verizon issue. So it was like a bigger issue than just software. And they pointed out that they laid off like 13,000 people recently, and perhaps one of them would have known how to avoid this. But no, they did not say, it did not say specifically what the issue was. I will say this though. I mean, I was in New York City, which is one of the places that was affected. And I'm texting my friend there that I was staying with at the time, like, hey, do you want to catch dinner? Blah, 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 blah. And of course, he didn't get any of my texts. Even on Wi-Fi, he didn't get any of my texts. Like, nothing. And so he gets back, I was staying with him, and he gets back to his place. He's like, hey, now good to see you. He's like, I haven't been in touch because my phone hasn't been working all day. So there you go. Which is crazy. I mean, it's crazy to imagine New York City. Like, you think of all the places, like it's getting, you're going to be most connected there. And nope, it was out. So it was wild.
That is
nuts. But the article also pointed out that, and I'm not sure what I think about this. It said it's kind of unreasonable to assume the level of service that we do from other utilities with cell phone networks, and then increasingly we're going to have problems like this over time. And so, like, which I find a little shocking. My power goes out way more than my cell phone doesn't work. So, like, how is that possible?
Yeah. I don't know. But I will say, this is why you should rely on additional communication paths, like a Signal or a WhatsApp or things like that.
Tin cans and string.
Cans and strings.
Mm-hmm.
Other than getting wet or the can getting crushed, it seems to work pretty well. So
works great. Yeah. Short distance, but still really, really good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Spotify is no longer running ICE recruitment ads, and I'll just add my own quote, because they're not big fat jerks. So I said it, whatever. If people get mad, I'm good with it. So good.
I'm surprised they ran them in the first place. Spotify is a European company. And you would think that they would not have been in this in the first place. Maybe it just flew under the radar or something.
That's my guess. My guess is that it's all auto approved or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, it doesn't have any of these words in it. Okay, you're good to go. And then when they finally realized what was happening, they're like, whoa. Slow your roll. So
slow your roll, player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, something that they're not slowing their roll on over at Spotify is launching an AI-driven prompted playlist for premium users.
I wanted to try this. Have you tried this yet?
I have not tried this yet. Yeah.
I'm pulling up Spotify right now. I'm curious.
Where do you do this?
I don't know. It's one of the same thing. Like what? Like how do you do it? I want to know. Like
we've talked about this a number of times on this podcast. They roll out new things, and we talk about them, and we're both like, where do you find that? How do you do that? I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because I feel like they really need some work on their user experience, because like if there is an AI prompted playlist available to me, I don't see it right now. So I'm looking if I have to go to the internet and Google or ask ChatGPT how to find a new feature that I just read about in your app, there's a problem with your app. So Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my go-to, and I thought this sounded like the same thing, was the Discover Weekly, where it like finds new things that I should listen to. But this sounds like it's different. But I also still don't know where to find it, so I don't.
That's right. I did just find a playlist that I know our buddy Mickey's going to like that I have called Celtic Rock. I'm going to need to go make sure he listens to that. So he loves him some Celtic music
rock.
there. So,
okay.
Yeah. Not sure why that's there. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, that's from when I took over your Spotify. And,
Probably so.
Thumbs up some stuff.
If you take over my Spotify, it had like so much indie stuff in it. Like, so like very, like we were joking the other day about you and Tim. And like, if you asked like, what are the top 5 songs? They'd all be songs we'd never heard of. Like super indie. Like, oh, there was this one artist that did this one performance over in Chicago back in 1982, and that was the greatest song of all time. Like, oh my gosh, y'all are crazy. So, anyway,
that's about right. That's about right. Yeah.
All right. Is it my turn? I'm totally lost now.
I think it is your turn.
Okay. Well, good, because Sesame Street finds a new home on YouTube with over 100 classic episodes. I love that, man. We need more Sesame Street,
more Sesame Street, more Mr. Rogers, more all of those things. Yeah,
I miss those. Like Mr. Rogers was just so good. Like just so good.
I watched so much of that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Definitely grew up on that. Definitely grew up on less or so Sesame Street, but more so on Mr. Rogers.
It always was funny to me about Mr. Rogers how he would come in and then like change his shoes. Like he had to like
first thing
he
and his
his
sweater.
It's like he walks in like he's walking in from work and he's got to like change into his house chill shoes in his house chill sweater and then go talk to the puppets. Like, can you just walk on in there, man? Like what's happening? Oh, all right, whatever. So, anyway.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. So, so yeah, if you're nostalgic for some old Sesame Street episodes, you can find them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Your YouTube University there has all your Sesame Street for you. Right.
You learn
there.
how to share, how to count.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next up, ChatGPT to start showing users ads based on their conversations. Who didn't know that this was coming?
I mean, we've even talked about it on the show before. Of course we knew this was coming. If you're not paying for the product, you're the product. And the only way you can be the product is if they're showing you ads contextually based on what you've talked to ChatGPT about. It's the perfect scenario.
And selling you stuff and making a cut on that stuff that they sell you, which that's why the whole discussion about AI agents augmenting and buying stuff for you and all that kind of stuff. I will say, I didn't tag this article. I will say, I think I saw, was it eBay? I think it was eBay that is saying that they are going to block and ban AI agents from buying on eBay, which honestly, I think it makes a lot of sense for a site like that because having AI agents, it just feels like, you know, how they talk about the stock market when you've got all these like automated triggers and things like that and things happen and like just one thing sets off everything and then everybody starts selling and the stock market crashes, even though that wasn't anybody's wish or desire. I think you could have the same thing in an auction site like that too, where things just go haywire and then eBay is on the hook to figure it all out after the fact. And so I think this is a smart move on their part because I don't know that these things are well enough intentioned at this point that it would keep things safe. This is the thing that we've talked about as well about AI destroying humanity. Like, I don't think it's safe enough yet. So,
well, and you also have to wonder if like an AI agent's going to go in there and go like bid crazy. Like, no, I'll win. No, I've got to win. I've got to win. Like drive it up like $10,000 for a Beanie Baby. Back to your earlier example, like, you know, so like, you know, I think you gotta, that seems smart to me.
That's Meta's new plan to win the world. They're going to deploy an AI agent to win all the Beanie Babies on eBay. So
I'll tell you what, man.
There you go.
All right. Speaking of things, just randomly things, device that may be tied to Havana syndrome obtained by U.S. government. Now, are you familiar with Havana syndrome?
Oh yeah. I think we've talked about it on the podcast before too, right?
Yeah, and there's an excellent podcast about Havana syndrome in particular that I listened to some years ago. But do you want to give a quick recap? Or
so basically, people in the U.S. mission, I think in Havana, they were experiencing like dizziness and loss of, losing their senses, like hearing and smell,
memory loss, headaches,
migraines, like all kinds of things. And they were like, oh, initially the U.S. government's like, oh, there's nothing. They were not attacked. It was mass hysteria, this, that, and the
Yep.
other, but these people have like ongoing issues with this
Like
stuff.
brain damage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it seems like it actually was an attack
Yeah.
based on this.
Like an ultrasonic frequency attack, and it happened to CIA agents in other parts of the world as well. A few other parts, and not just Havana, but primarily in Havana. And yeah, now it's seeming like they might have covertly gotten their hands on a device that might be tied to it potentially, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
So
I don't like this. I don't like that people can do this. Like this is not a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, because back to the podcast, like the CIA agents that were in Havana. Now, of course, they're like undercover agents. Like, so they're recounting stories from being undercover at the time, but they would be like in their kitchen and just like suddenly hit with like this massive headache all of a sudden. And so like they're obviously being attacked real time by this high frequency wavelength or something. So it's really fascinating and a little scary. So
yeah, I will make a TV recommendation. I've not finished this series yet, but somewhat related. There is a show called The Copenhagen Test on Peacock.
Okay.
Simu Lee.
Yeah, that's it.
That guy. Jung from Kim's Convenience.
What? I love that dude.
Yeah, he is the main character, one of the main characters in there. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's some sense of some of this stuff in there.
Okay.
And it's pretty good. I'm only a couple of episodes into it, and it's pretty well done. I like it. So there you go.
If we're going to mention TV shows, I just got to say really quick, I've been rewatching The West Wing.
Such a great show.
Oh my God. Can we just go back to government that was like governing, please? Can we please just do that? That would be great. That'd be great.
That would be
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice if that were to happen.
Anyway.
Something else that's nice and you don't need a lot of money for is IKEA's new speakers. Their $10 CalSup speakers are tiny, colorful, and surprisingly loud. So these are, like, I read this article, I was like, man, these are kind of awesome. This is like the other end of the spectrum from Sonos speakers. These are $10 a piece. They are Bluetooth, and you can pair together, I think it's like 100 of these things.
Yep.
To all play at the same time. Like, dude, yes.
I want to get like 50 of these and just put them all throughout my house in every room, just like boom, 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 just everywhere, and then just that'd be amazing, right?
I mean, you could probably cover your house in less than $100 of these. Like 10 of these would probably cover almost every room in a house, right?
Yeah.
So this is pretty neat, and I'm looking forward to seeing these out in the wild. Like I can imagine a restaurant doing some of these or something like that, right? Like having them. So I think they're battery powered. They're USB-C rechargeable.
Yeah.
Restaurants, by the way, already do this with those little lights that they have. A lot of restaurants have those little table lights that are USB rechargeable lights. So come on, just stick on a little speaker and actually
ambient noise.
Exactly, and you could have the volume be lower so that we could still talk and there would still be music kind of evenly throughout the space.
Right.
Like, I hate when you go to a restaurant and we've got one speaker or two speakers, and so since we don't have enough, well, let's just turn it up, crank it to 11.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that, right? That's what you're coming. You're coming here to listen to our music, not to talk to your friends and family while you eat a meal. No, our music and our food.
Yeah, as long as it's electronic music. That's what it's got to be electronic when I'm eating.
No, that's not
whatever. Asian fusion music. I don't know, whatever it is. So,
all
right. Next up, speaking of electronic, Waymo passenger flees after car drives on Phoenix light rail track. So it's one of those roads where you got the lanes for the cars, and then right next to the lane you got the light rail with the little train coming down, and it's not super easily distinguishable. I mean, it is to like humans, but not to robots. And the robot accidentally drove on the light rail track and then kind of realized its error and then stopped. And the guy riding in it realizes his error and literally gets out in the middle of traffic and walks across the street and just abandons the car.
There's a train coming and there's a curb that keeps the train on that side and cars out of the train side.
Yeah.
So the car can't get out easily.
We had another article just like this about a Tesla on autopilot that did this as well a couple of months ago. But the funniest part to me was in the video, they did an interview with like some technology professor, And he made the comment. He's watching. He goes, yeah, I just kind of felt bad for the little car because he didn't know what to do. So he's like, what's the word?
Sympathizing with the car.
Yeah, like he's making the car into a person with feelings, and like, no, don't feel bad for the car. It's a car. It's fine.
Anthropomorphize. Yeah. That's the word. That's the word. Yeah. And he did say too that this was recently constructed, so that's maybe why it didn't know and all of these things. But I'm going to go ahead and hit the next two articles because they're also Waymo related. Waymo resumes service in San Francisco after Robotaxis stalled during blackout. So Waymo cars have been having all kinds of trouble, but hey, here's the solution. Miami, your Waymo ride is ready. So they're rolling out in Miami.
Yeah.
Ignore the whole Phoenix thing. Ignore the whole San Francisco thing. Let's just do it in Miami.
Let's go to Miami. So, yeah. Everything's better in Miami.
I mean, look, I will say, and I talked about it on the podcast earlier. We rode one of these in San Francisco. It was crazy, but it worked really well. And, we got into an Uber previously, and the Uber driver accidentally hit the accelerator as we were trying to get into the car.
I remember you saying that. Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Really dangerous. Whereas a Waymo is not going to do that because it waits for you to get in the car, close the doors, and then hit, I am ready to go. So
also, I don't know if this has been your experience with Uber and Lyft, but like when Uber and Lyft first came out, like every time you got picked up, you're in like a newer car. It's super clean. It's like, it's great. And like over time, the quality of those vehicles has gone down and down and down and down. And it's like you're getting in and you're like, I'm just happy the seatbelt works. Like there's a funky smell in here, but I got a seatbelt, so I'm okay. Like it's been interesting to see the progression of that over time.
I agree. And I don't know that I remember riding in like an Uber Black or anything else like that, but I feel like the difference is not even that great. Like it's not that much better of an experience or anything.
No.
We have done the Uber double XLs or whatever from the airport.
Oh yeah, I've done that for big family stuff.
Those are good.
Those tend to be like a big Suburban, but they're going to keep those a little cleaner. But yeah, just the average Uber is just like, what's happening? I will say this. I did do a scheduled Lyft ride to get to the airport, and that was amazing, by the way. So I knew I had a flight. I knew I had to leave at 4:00 on the money. I scheduled the Lyft to pick me up at 4:00. They were there at 3:55. I walked out the door at 3:57. I was in the car early. I was at the terminal early. It was great. So anyway, for what it's worth.
I'll do the alternate of yours. I scheduled a Lyft ride from the airport back, and when I got to the airport, when I arrived again, the schedule was not in my app. And it didn't tell me it was canceled or
just went away.
So
you probably scheduled it in Uber and then opened your Lyft app, and you're like thinking like, oh, you confused your apps.
No, I didn't do that. It was definitely Lyft. And so then that's why I opened up the Uber app and I got an Uber double XL.
Fair enough.
So, there you go.
All right. Next up, Netflix is acquiring an avatar company as it moves into party games. And I think I've talked about this on the show before, but the Netflix games on Netflix, like the little Tetris game, and like they're fantastic. Like for playing with groups of people, they're amazing.
So have you been able to play on the TV with a group of people?
Yeah, on the TV with phones as your controller. So any smartphone becomes your controller. So I still
can't do that. Like the Roku that I've got, I don't think is supported, and it's really irritating because because this is a fantastic use.
It's great. So I'm playing on a TV that has, I think it's got Google TV on it. So maybe that's why Google TV works for some reason. But maybe Roku TV does. I haven't tried it on Roku TV. So I've got a Roku TV. I'll have to try it and see if it works on that one or not.
Yeah, I mean, everything is just slightly different. So I think my Roku device isn't supported, but other things are. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, this is so annoying.
It's great. They've got several games. They're fun. It's good stuff. So highly recommend.
I might have to look. Where do you find it on the Netflix app? When you launch Netflix, where is it? It's like,
I don't remember at all now.
Okay.
So
well, there you go.
I'll let you know if I remember.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, some energy news. This was super fascinating to me and kind of sciencey news. New reactor produces clean energy and carbon nanotubes from natural gas. And who doesn't love some carbon nanotubes?
Everybody loves carbon nanotubes.
Gotta love some carbon nanotubes.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. So these scientists figure out a way to basically have this reactor feed itself, basically to improve the efficiency and create hydrogen cleanly, and then
Okay.
carbon nanotubes. And you can use carbon nanotubes for material science stuff and building things and whatever. And then the hydrogen used as energy. So there you go. Maybe finally a clean use of natural gas. So
Awesome.
that's kind of cool.
Props.
Yeah.
And something that's cool, like, I don't know, whatever. TikTok deal finalizes before Trump app ban kicks in. So the deal's finally finalized. They've divested, and everybody cheered, yay! And that was it.
So you can keep using your TikToky,
which we all knew was going to happen. So
exactly 1 day before the deadline, too.
All right. Tried to do the weird and wacky music and it failed. So first up in weird and wacky, Elizabeth Holmes asks Trump to let her out of prison early because, that's what you do. If you're a former billionaire, you ask other current former billionaires to let you out of prison early. Like that's how that works, right? I think does that seem right?
I guess. Yeah. I don't have anything to say about this.
That's fine. We can keep moving. I got nothing else either. I'm just like,
can we not talk about Elizabeth Holmes anymore?
For
like,
real.
I just like if anybody gives her money to do another company, I'm just going to be like,
oh, they for sure will. I'm telling you right now, she's going to get out of prison. She's going to get funded, probably by a reputable fund too, and do a whole nother. I almost guarantee it'll happen.
There needs to be a market. So you can short sell public stocks, right? When you think they're going to go down. There needs to be a way to short sell VC funds that, are going to
Listen, we're short selling funds. I'm going against whatever Adam Newman's got all day long. Like, can I just short sell against that? That'd be fine.
That would be number one. Whoever funds Elizabeth Holmes.
But that's my point. I mean, Adam Newman was ripping off his own company, and they're funding him again.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening? What kind of bro code do you have that you're going to ignore all this bad behavior and do it again? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all.
mean, you should short sell those funds, and any LPs in those funds should very much question the approach of the general partners of the funds that they've invested in that are doing those kinds of things. So something else that I question, because like, wait, what? Emoji use in the electronic health record. Yes, you heard that right. Doctors and other health professionals are now starting to use emojis in your electronic health records. Here's what I have to say about this. If my doctor is using emojis to explain my issues in my health record, I'm getting a new doctor because that's not what I want at all.
Wait. Though, if your doctor's like they're working on your chart, right? And they're like, Sanjay's not going to make it. I think that deserves a frowny face. Like, you don't think a frowny face is appropriate? Like, I want my doctor to frowny face if I'm not going to make it,
Okay. Like, in that one particular instance, I would give a pass.
Okay, well, what about Sanjay's going to get his heart transplant? Happy face. Like, you don't think that's a good happy face moment?
No,
like, let's go to extremes here.
I think, look, I want them to be more deliberate about what that's going to mean and like all the things that happen. I don't want them sitting there thinking like, what is the appropriate emoji in this situation? Is it a puzzle look? Is it a
I think it's a
face?
Rocket. I think a rocket is the right,
Rocket.
like he's improving rapidly. Rocket emoji. Like that's, I feel like that's an appropriate one.
No, that's not what I want.
I think you're missing out.
I think we need to have a new ranking of health professionals of how many emojis they've used in health records, and then we can pick based on that. And there should be a filter for that.
I'm going to go the opposite of you. I want my health record to be all emojis. If I could just have like literally wall-to-wall emojis. Like in there, like the next person picks up like, well, we don't know what's wrong with him, but the doctor that wrote this is really happy for him. So that's what
we don't know what kind of affliction Rainbow Pony Orange is, but I think we need to get you some pills to help with that.
Yeah. Or the doctor was on pills when the doctor put the emojis in there. That's also possible. Next up in Weird and Wacky, 4,000 tons of potatoes are to be given away for free. Apparently, there was a very large crop of potatoes and the demand went way down. And so rather than letting them go bad sitting in a warehouse, they're just trucking them off to give them away to people. which is kind of great and wild.
Yeah. So a financial trader basically bought these on speculation, hoping that the price of potatoes would soar. But as it turns out, the supply was much larger than demand, and these were basically worthless and not worth the expense of trucking them off. So these farms had 4,000 tons of potatoes sitting there that were just going to go to waste. And so instead of doing that, they're doing this, which yes, that's awesome. Do that. Don't let a bunch of food go to waste because of the environmental impact of just growing all these things and all that. It's just a waste of food. I mean, it feeds a lot of people. And so people in Berlin and in Germany are really eating a lot of French fries and potato things.
And plus, potatoes prepared well are delicious. So
exactly.
Just saying, I'd take some free potatoes. I love potatoes.
And then finally, in Weird and Wacky, New York City phone ban reveals some students can't read clocks.
Yeah.
This is not shocking to me. I know some adults that cannot read clocks.
For real.
And that is sad. How do you not know how to read a clock, right? Like, I think there's something like intrinsic about understanding time by reading it on a dial versus just reading numbers. Like, I don't know. It's a different relationship I think you have with time by knowing how to read it.
You see it going around. You see the passage of it. Yeah. It's visualized.
This is, I mean, we've had this since the beginning with sundials. That's basically a dial that time passes, right? Like, so, So yes, teach people how to read time on clocks. And if you don't know how to read time on a clock unless it's digital, learn how to read time on a clock.
I was pleasantly surprised not that long ago when my 4th grader was able to read an analog clock. And I was like, oh, good on you, kid. They're teaching you stuff. I like that. So
good job.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, no, it's the wrong one, too.
You tune in. Hope for some tech news thrill. You even smile. Hear them talking gadgets in style. So if your pod's on point,
this was one of our
subscribe in the morning.
Wasn't this one of our AI songs we created?
In the morning, subscribe.
That is awesome. Why have we not used that?
I think I created that song on Suno at one point. I don't remember where we created that, but it for sure was a Tech Talk Y'all song. Yeah, it was created on Suno. I don't remember putting it in this media library, and I sure did not select it on purpose just now. Oh my God.
This is what happens when we're away for 5 weeks. Everything's broken.
Everything's falling apart. Yeah, I did like the intro to Weird and Wacky didn't work and was weird. And honestly, I'm just gonna leave the weird silence in there. I don't even care. And then the tech wreck music. Everything's falling apart, guys. It's fine. It's fine.
There you go.
It's gonna be fine. We're all good.
It's time for tech wrecks or the tech news that you love and like to subscribe to and whatever. But let's do tech wrecks first. So
let's do that.
Adam, what do you have for us this week?
I started testing out an app that's been pretty heavily promoted on socials, in terms of paid ads, called Deep Stash. And it's basically like TikTok style vertical scrolling, but you're like learning from books. So it's like, it'll take a book and it'll summarize it in like 10 vertical scrolls, and then you can like bookmark the page that says the stuff that you want to remember or whatever else. So it's kind of interesting. It's sort of similar to Impact, but Impact is more like lessons and like learning about like specific courses, whereas this is like a little more like all over the place, and you can sort of do a different book each time or whatever else. It's interesting. I don't know if I'm going to pay for it or not. The free plan is very limited, but I'm enjoying it. Just kind of testing it out so far. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What do you have for us this week?
So I've got something that's related to travel. We talked about this at the top of the show of why we were out for 4 or 5 weeks.
Right.
So I don't know that I've shared this here, but I've started a side hustle as a travel advisor. And through that, and I'll share more about that in the future, but through that, I learned about this app, Jetback app. Now, listen, I am very reluctant to just out of the blue pay for an app, especially when like this app, it's $100 for a year.
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
No trial period, no nothing like that. But
yeah,
I started seeing people talk about it. I was like, okay, let me give this a shot. So what this app is is you sign up for it, and for you as an individual, you can submit your flights that you sign up for, and they will monitor them. And if the price drops, they will go and get you credits from the airline for the price drop. Nothing changes about your flight. Your confirmation doesn't change. Your seats don't change. Nothing changes, but you get a credit on this. So I thought, okay, I've got some flights coming up. Let me try this out. So I signed up for the app right after I booked one flight, and let's see what it does for the year.
Right.
A day and a half later, so I paid $100 for the year.
Okay.
And if you use the link in the show notes, it'll get you $15 off. So it'll be $85 for the first year if you decide to do this. Day and a half in, it got me over $200 of credits on this flight. So it was me and my family members. So it tracks, as long as you are a part of the itinerary, it will track the itinerary and go and find you credits on an ongoing basis. So if you travel by yourself, if you travel with others, it will get you credits for everybody that's traveling with you. So the one place that this falls down is if you have a family and then you have some members of the family that travel without you, you would have to get another subscription, which I find a little irritating. And I've kind of made my irritation known to the founder of the app. I'm like, look, there's got to be something else. Cause like, I don't really want to pay $100 for each person in the family. That's a little bit too rich for me. But if you've got one person that often travels with everybody else, this might be worthwhile. I am already deep in the money at this point. On my initial, like I'm like $130 in or something. Over what I paid. So I'm like, wow, I'm kind of in.
Does it like when you say credits, like, does it work with each individual airline? Like how, is it like only with Delta or only with Southwestern? And when you say credits, what is like credits where? Like credits for what?
Yeah. So like, look, if the price drops within the first 24 hours, you can tell the airline and you'll get the cash back. So generally it's not in that time. If it is in that time, I think they will get you your cash back. If it's outside of that time, they will get you, like mine worked with Delta. I almost exclusively fly Delta. So I got an e-credit on my Delta account for each one of the four of us that was traveling. And those credits are good for a year. So you have to use them up for a year. They could be for a flight that's beyond a year away though. So but you have to use them up in the year.
Within a year,
and they say it works with any airline. So you could use JetBlue, you can use United, you can use Virgin, like it doesn't matter who it is. They do all of them, or probably almost all of them. I can't imagine they do everybody. But they comply within the airline rules, and they will track this. Like you could do this yourself, but really, are you going to go and check every single day the airline and the price of the thing, and go through the hoops and ask them and tell them like, look, it's dropped, give me my credits? Like, no, you're not going to do that. And at $100 for a year, or $85 if you use that referral link, it feels like a no-brainer. I would give it a try. If you do a decent number of flights a year, I am shocked it did actually work. Like I legitimately got that $200 and something back. I've now used those credits for other flights. So they're real legitimate credits.
Net positive.
I am in the net positive. I'm like great. The rest of the year it's all gravy at this point. So I'm a big fan.
Man, awesome. All right, Sanjay, how can our listeners find and connect with you?
They can find me at sanjaypark.com. What about you, Adam?
You can find my website at adamjwalker.com. Though I will say, find my Substack. I think my Substack's Adam Walker at Substack or something like that. I need to check that. But I'm doing a lot more on Substack lately, and it's been fun and interesting. Substack Notes is kind of interesting. It's kind of like a new Twitter, but like not as crazy. So,
not as crazy. I like things that are not as crazy.
Yeah.
Not stir crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like Twitter was always a little crazy, but not,
Yeah.
Yeah.